Hello, hello, hello. You guys should be seeing me live right now in the Six Figure Income Stream Facebook group. Welcome to the Christmas party. My name is Vanessa Horn, and I'm super excited to be sharing with you. You guys should be seeing me live right now in the Six Figure Income Stream Facebook group. Welcome to the Christmas party. My name is Vanessa Horn, and I'm super Yes. Okay, cool. We've got that turned off now. I don't know if you could hear the audio coming back through, but I'm running this as a live video from my Zoom platform, sharing into our Six Figure Income Stream group. And this is the 12 days of income. It's our holiday party that we're having here in the Six Figure Income Stream group. This is completely complimentary. And today I am going to be talking about, this is day number 2 of 12, and we're talking about coaching. We're talking about making good money from coaching. And my boys said, Mom, wear this Christmas hat. This is the Christmas hat they wanted me to wear for the 12 days of Christmas. I can't even get it on. Do you see this? We're little North Carolinian fans here. I'm calling from North Carolina. So I'm going to wear my little Christmas hat here. North Carolina is in the house for Christmas. So any other Tar Heel fans, anti-Duke, anti-state, it's our Tar Heels here. We're a Tar Heel family. Although I told my husband if our kids get a scholarship to Duke, I am not going to turn it down. He's like, no, that's heresy. Okay, so what are we talking about today? We're talking about adding an additional six-figure income stream from coaching. And if you're new to me, my name is Vanessa Horn, and I am a business coach to purpose-driven entrepreneurs. I've been an entrepreneur for the last 15 years, and I have built multiple businesses, sold multiple businesses in different industries. And as I looked at my history of what I've done and in supporting entrepreneurs, there are multiple income streams. And the truth is, when I survey entrepreneurs and ask you, what are you making money from or what are you trying to build? Most of you have multiple income streams. But the problem is you're doing it disconnected. And so you're actually working super hard instead of a cohesive strategy. So part of my aim in this 12 days of income is to support you in what's the smartest way to build your business so that you can leverage multiple streams of income without having to work like each income stream is a different business. No. My aim, my premise is if you have one core focus, one core program, you can leverage that into multiple streams of income. So day 1, we covered the income stream of consulting. Today, we're covering the income stream of coaching. What's the difference between the two? Well, let me just cover that real quick before I go into each of the steps of what we're going to study today. So I'm going to cover the difference between coaching and consulting. I'm also going to cover how to take advantage of this. It's a $107 billion industry right now. I'm going to show you how to take advantage of that. I'm going to show how it's the fastest growing industry behind technology right now. And freelancers is one of the fastest careers that's growing right now. By the year 2020, they say that half of the workforce will be freelancers. So what are all these freelancers earning? Most of them are service providers. And so coaching, consulting, other services usually fall into the income streams that you're providing. So the difference, let's dive into the difference between coaching and consulting. Consulting is where you're actually like an advisor. You're advising someone. It's a lot more directive. It's a lot more, as a matter of fact, there's a lot of coaching that people do that they call coaching when in reality it's consulting. And one of the biggest differences that freed me up when I became a coach was my coach was one of these like deeply, like hardly gave much direction. Like he just asked me really powerful questions. Like to me, that's the core of coaching. But that wasn't my style. I'm much more of a directive kind of a coach. That means like I figure stuff out. My archetype as a coach is figuring stuff out and then turning around and helping other people to implement it, to get similar results, to follow a process that I followed. So in that scenario, coaching and consulting can be really similar. And I have found by packaging my expertise as a consultant, I've been able to acquire more corporate and business clients who paid more, frankly, for the same kind of stuff that I do in what I call my coaching. So they could actually be very, very similar. But when you're in the coaching space, some coaches just ask powerful questions so that the prospect comes up with the answers on their own. Or you might be a coach like me who can ask those powerful questions to give insight, but I'm very directive. Like if I figured out something that works, I have no hesitation to share it, right? Which is like more of a teacher archetype. I want to share it and let's see how it can apply it to your situation. How can we honor your essence in the framework that I am teaching? So that's an overview of coaching. So some of you are calling yourself coaches and it's kind of more in the consulting space. But if you want to repackage it as consulting and get corporate or business clients, I highly encourage that that's just repurpose of the same kind of content. So most of you are falling in the category of either asking the powerful questions or being more directive as a coach. So what I want to do is, as I'm going through today's presentation, I'm going to walk you through my 5-step formula for purpose-driven entrepreneurs. What is a purpose-driven entrepreneur? A purpose-driven entrepreneur, and I want you to put into the chat an emoji if this is you. A purpose-driven entrepreneur doesn't just care about the money, right? And I have found in my marketing, I can say, hey, I'll help you make more money. I'll help you make more money. But there's something about a purpose-driven entrepreneur that's like, that's not enough. I had a guy who's like, I will show you how to make all this money per month as an affiliate marketer. And I was like, but when he walked me through what was involved, I was like, that doesn't feel very, this doesn't light me up. I really don't care how much money I can make as an affiliate marketer. I want to show up differently in the world. So purpose-driven entrepreneurs care about making a difference. They care about impacting people's lives. They care about really living their life's purpose through their work, through their mission. And so if that's you, drop an emoji into the chat so that you're in the right place. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through and I'm going to give you this free blueprint, completely complimentary. Go back to where this video is running live by the end of today's, actually, let's see if I can give it to you now. Maybe I think I can't. Hang on. If I can give it to you in the Facebook group. I think I can. So I'm going to drop this link into a Facebook group. You're in luck. So I've been having to wait in the past until it's done, but I just dropped it into the Facebook group where this video is running live. So you have it, and I'm going to walk you through this right now. So here's what it looks like as I'm walking you through this 5-step process. So I'm going to pull this up as a screen share, okay? So here is my complete 6-figure blueprint for high-end signature programs of how to make an additional 6-figure income stream from coaching. So let's dive in. We're going to be talking about choosing a profitable program idea, creating your program, packaging your expertise, how to price it, and delivering your program. This is a lot of stuff for us to get through in a short amount of time. This comes straight out of my program, Create Your Signature Program. I'm giving it to you complimentary. I help a lot of people create their signature programs, their coaching programs, their coaching packages, their coaching positioning, their coaching languages, so that they attract people and enroll them. Because most of you, if you're wired to be a mentor, to give advice, to serve, to help others through something you figured out, then you are a coach at heart. You're a coach at heart. And if you're on Facebook at all, it feels like some days it feels like everyone and their mother is becoming a coach. It's because it is the fastest growing industry behind technology. So capitalize on the fact that this is a fast growing industry right now. But what that means is right now it's the wild, wild west. And in order to really stand out from everybody else who's offering coaching services, then you really need to have a unique positioning and something that is super, super clear to your market so that they'll actually desire to work with you. And this is what separates those who struggle to make just a little bit of money here and there as a coach versus those of us who've been able to create millions of dollars in this industry, multiple six figures in this industry, minimally six figures in this industry, okay? So let's walk through, number one, how to choose a profitable program idea. Now, I use the phrase, and you're gonna hear me say this a lot, and if you look at any of my marketing material, I frequently talk about signature programs. What is that? What is a signature program? A signature program is basically a packaging of your coaching process into a program. Why do I recommend doing that? Because you're going to make more money doing that. When I first became a coach 6 years ago, I sold my network marketing business so I could become a coach. And for 18 months, I struggled to create clients. Why? I was not a clear message in my market. I was another quote unquote life coach. Quote unquote life coach is not going to make you a lot of money because people aren't looking for a quote unquote life coach. They're looking for a solution, a specific solution. So this is why I say, let's package whatever it is you do into something that's super clear and step by step by step, because that's what made the difference. The first 18 months, I didn't create any clients to boom. Immediately when I figured this out, I was enrolling clients into group programs and made six figures that next year as a coach. So I went from 18 months doing 280 free sessions, creating 0 clients, to being able to create six figures, an email list of less than 300 at the time, by enrolling people into group programs. And if you're like me, you work from home, this is my office, you'll see up here on the wall, I have all my kids' masterpieces. Here, I'll show you. There's the lights. This little office right here has earned me millions of dollars. And I'm going to walk you through the importance of how do you actually create something that is making you good money in this crowded marketplace. And it means that you package what you do into a step-by-step process. All right. Now that process can be what you figured out on your own. So it could be based on your storyline. It could be what you're doing with one-on-one clients if you're working with one-on-one clients now, or it can be something that you've figured out and you're an expert at. It doesn't matter if it comes from like different people's knowledge, but you've like merged it together into your own step-by-step process. That is your signature system, your signature process, or what I call your signature program. Now, it's the basis for all these income streams that I'm going to be teaching over the next 12 days, whether it's coaching, consulting, retreats, network marketing, VIP days, speaking, books. For me, my premise is one core program is the foundation for all those income streams. So it makes your life so much easier because you have one cohesive message for the market. And when I did this for the first time, it actually resulted in me getting booking gigs. I got paid multiple 5 figures for booking gigs. I spoke in front of my largest audience of 15,000 people for the first time, got booked on a ton of podcasts and television shows. Why? Because the first 18 months, people didn't know the clarity of what I did. And when I took a stand, I chose a program idea. Choose, just choose. Imperfect action, move forward with one. Then you can build on that and you can see that it becomes so much easier to enroll clients when they're clear about what are you best at? What's your zone of genius? So let's walk through how do you choose a profitable program, let's say a profitable coaching focus, right? What are you good at? You're not just a life coach. You're not just a transformation coach. You're not just a health and wellness coach. You're not just a business coach. No, we need to be more specific. Okay, so what I teach in my Create Your Signature Program course is you want to identify the overlap of 3 things. 1, what do you love doing? What is your zone of genius? And what does the market want? You really need those 3 together to be able to make the most money as a coach. What do you love? What is your zone of genius? And what does the market want? So what you love is that stuff that lights you up. You could do it for free. Your zone of genius you often overlook. You still will do it for free and you wonder, really? People would pay for this? Yes. And it's why I recommend people work with peers, and that's why in my virtual workshops for creating signature programs, I do breakouts, because you can't see your own zone of genius. You're taking it for granted, so you need other people to help you identify your zone of genius. And then you must merge it into at least speaking it in a way that your market understands. Like, what are they typing into Google? What keeps them up at night? And the top 3 things that I usually have most of my clients try to identify: does it impact their relationships? Does it impact their health? And does it impact their money or purpose in any way? And if so, try to tie it to one of those, so the specificity of your benefits comes across to your prospect. Okay. And so money, relationships, and health are the top 3 markets. So no matter what you do, it doesn't, I have clients who do something like NLP or hypnosis or transformational coaching. It doesn't matter if you do all those things. That's not what people buy. They buy the result of the work that you do. What is a problem you solve? How can you help them get from where they're at to where they want to be? You have to be clear in that languaging. Otherwise, you will sound like all the other coaches online, which is like it's a very saturated market of all the same kind of language. Discover your purpose and life coaching and health and wellness. Like, it's not unique and it has to stand out. And so these things are important. Now, I'm going to go off on a rant right now, because your zone of genius is not something you have not mastered. I cannot tell you how many business coaches I see who people who call themselves business coaches who come to me, Vanessa, I want to market a program of helping people make money online. And I'll say, well, how much have you made online? Well, not very much. No, do not teach something that is not 100% in integrity. Not just what you want to be coaching on. What are you actually good at? What can you get clients results around? And just because you're studying something doesn't mean that you should turn around and teach that. Like, pay attention. Don't just hire a coach who just made their first $10,000 online and now they're selling you a program on how to make $10,000 online. Like, that to me is, I can't tell you how many people have said, I want to help people build a business online. I want to help people make money. And they're not making money. No. I promise you have a zone of genius that's unique to you, that feels effortless. If I took you to coffee, it would flow out of you. Be in integrity with what you do best. Okay. I got a choke in my throat. Hang on. The biggest mistake people make is it's too general and they're not speaking to a specific problem. Let's go to step number 2. I believe in selling it before you make it. Why? Because the market, where they put their money, not just where they put their mouth, where they put their money is what is really going to prove the demand for your solution. So I'm really, really big about testing your offers, testing your positioning, testing, and maybe you do a beta group, maybe you do surveys and you find out. And I actually, before every single program I've ever created, and I've launched 3 that have gone to multiple 6 figures or over $1 million in revenue, and every single one, before I ever recorded a module or anything to support the clients in the coaching, I got paid to create it first. So I knew that there was demand for it. Then I created it live with my clients, right? So why would you even do that? Because then you have course content that supports your clients. So you're not spending your time on coaching calls, coaching them on something. You can say, here, listen to this, and we're going to coach on this. So you can create one-on-one clients, you can create group clients, and you're walking them through this system, this process that you've created in your signature program. The number 1 mistake people make in this step is being afraid of criticism and getting their work out there. So sell it first, listen to your market. They'll tell you what they want most. Then you can tweak, okay? Don't reinvent, and certainly don't quit. So one of the things that we help our clients achieve is they get stuck on perfectionism. And type into the chat if that's you, if you're a perfectionist at heart. And the solution to that is put out something that feels like 80%. 80% is enough, and your live clients will help you go from 80% to 100%. Okay, let's go to the next step. Step number 3. So what goes into your coaching program, your coaching process, your coaching system? And I teach 3 methodologies. One is walk if you're working with clients one-on-one, and many of you have been doing the work that you do that could be a coaching program, you have been doing it for free. Maybe friends, maybe family pick your brain and they want to say, show me how you did that, or can you help me with this? That could be your coaching program. So work you might be doing one-on-one with people, or people ask you to do and you're doing it for free. I'm so big about helping people pay themselves well, right? We always want somebody else to give us a pay raise. We think that our empowerment is in somebody else's hands. No, it's in your hands. And so it means owning your value. And so many heart-centered entrepreneurs that I know discount their own worth, and then they wonder why they're not making money to match all the hours they're putting into their business. So method number one is to follow any process that you might have done with one-on-one clients. Number two is follow your own storyline. So for instance, 3 years ago, I had marketed a different program, but it was super successful, and that's what got me the speaking gigs, the television, the retreats, the books, the interviews. It was hot. And one of my friends came to me and he's like, Vanessa, that's amazing what you've created. Like, can you help me do that? And I was like, okay, yeah, well, here's what I did exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, do this, get this person to hire, do that first and second. And I walked him through my exact process. What happened? In 90 days, he made 6 figures. From what it took me a while to figure out, he made in 90 days 6 figures from following my step-by-step process, everything I had figured out. Then I had more people coming to me, more people. And that's why over the last, now it's been, I think, 2 to 3 years, I have been doing this work, which is helping people to launch their programs online, coaches and consultants to launch programs online. And it started by me just helping one person follow the exact steps that I did. Now I have a whole system around it, a whole program around it, a whole mastermind around it. And then the last one is, well, those are the top 2, and it might be, something else that you brought as a brain dump. I just put it all on a piece of paper and then see, like, is there a pattern? Can you put these in steps that somebody else can follow? Okay. And then you will name your program based on that, based on the outcome that those steps provide for your clients. Okay, let's go to step number 4. Is this helpful to you guys? Put into the chat if you're getting benefit from what you're hearing already. Okay. So step number 4 is, how do you price your coaching? Now, I'm a big believer of creating packages based on outcomes. So somebody needs this outcome, this is what you would do. And it includes, 6 calls and this kind of curriculum and maybe a VIP day. It doesn't matter what you put in the delivery of it. It's based on the outcome. People do not buy number of sessions. They don't buy number of videos. They don't buy number of hours. They buy outcomes. So it's important to create your coaching packages, even if it's like 6 calls, or this one is a 12-month program, or this one's a 3-month program. What is accomplished in that package? What do you do with them? By the end of that time together, they will have what? What outcome in their life? This, to me, was one of the biggest mistakes I was making when I first became a coach, and why it was difficult for people to hire me. I would do 280 hours of free coaching. I'd spend 2 hours on the phone with somebody, and they had no idea if they hired me, what would be the result of that coaching. It's not enough to say your life will be changed. How will it be changed? What specifically will be changed? Potentially, right? We can't guarantee outcomes, but if somebody else does the work and we show up with our expertise, what is the outcome? That's what I call your program promise. So pricing your program, your packages, is based on that pricing of what is it costing your prospect to not have the solution. If they did not get help, what would be the cost of that solution? So for instance, I had one of my clients whose expertise was getting the book that's in your head and onto the page in 90 days. How much is that worth? Well, did you know that like 80% of of wannabe authors have been thinking about a book for 10 years. So what's the cost of them going to their grave, for instance, with that book still in their head and not on the page? What's it costing them every year in opportunities? Speaking, they may have desires to speak. Well, a book is one of the best ways to get speaking gigs. They may have a desire to put all the lessons they've learned into a book so that their legacy is carried on. Well, what's the cost of not doing that? That's what your pricing is juxtaposed to the cost of them not having your solution. And then the value of having your solution. What are the benefits they get by having walked through the coaching process with you and worked with you? If they worked with you for 6 sessions or 3 months or a year, what are the benefits, the potential benefits that they would get, and what's the value of those benefits? That's what you're going to base your pricing on. Now, I, in particular, help my clients charge for group programs what everyone else charges for one-on-one. That's our expertise on high end. I don't have enough time to go into that today, but there are some sweet spots in the market where I've found between $2,000 to $3,600, $3,900 is a sweet spot. So if you can have a package that's that price point, and I encourage my clients to make it a group program, but if you have that, that is accessible funds that people have. So maybe you start off with one-on-one in the price point of $2,000 to $3,900. Why? Those are funds that are accessible. People don't have to take out money from their savings or from their 401k plan. Those are usually accessible funds. It makes it easy for them to say yes. And I teach my clients how to charge more, as much as $100,000 a year for client work, but this is just a good sweet spot, pricing sweet spot for you. Okay, so let's go to the next step, and I'm going to share with you if you want a video training that goes into this in greater detail, go to sixfigureincomestream.com. Sixfigureincomestream.com will go into what I can't cover in today's call. I'll give you that in that worksheet. Okay, so determine your program price. Benefit analysis, cost analysis, and the number one mistake is thinking that the value of your program is based on the number of calls, videos, modules, or other. Clients buy results. They don't buy number of calls or videos. They invest in results. Last step, and I just want to do a check-in. I cannot see, but is this valuable? Can you guys provide feedback? Is this valuable to you? I am seeing Dana, Emily, Christina. Hi, guys. So I hope this is home. Okay, so let's dive into the next part of this, which is how do you deliver it? Now, my favorite is Zoom. I'll just tell you. So this little worksheet's not even updated because I've eliminated all this stuff in Zoom. And I tell my clients, all you need is Zoom, Facebook, and Dropbox. Zoom, Facebook, and Dropbox. And if you put people through a group program, record what you did, and that becomes your videos, put it in Dropbox. If you don't have it, if you have worksheets, put it in Dropbox, and you give them the links in the Facebook group. I have built multiple six-figure programs with just Zoom, Facebook, and Dropbox. So I actually need to have my team update this because I had a whole bunch of different options when I first started working online, but it's been simplified so much more. Now there's a ton of programs where you can put your materials on and create online courses and all of that. We'll be going into the details of online courses. I think that's up next, actually. So I'll cover that there. But for starting for group, you can keep it super, super simple. You can do it Zoom or phone call for that matter. Dropbox, if you want to give them any materials, or if you want to do a group where they're all going through it together, create a Facebook group. Right? Super, super easy. The number one delivery mistake that people make is creating a program that limits their earning because it's dependent on time, one-on-one. You can absolutely be a coach who sells one-on-one coaching. Absolutely. I highly encourage you do a leverage group program. A leverage group program. Oh, I got to go to my massage. So I am wrapping this baby up. There is a free video training that accompanies this, six-figure income stream, the number sixfigureincomestream.com, which takes it further into more detail than I was able to cover today. Okay, so I'm going to stop the share and just come on live to say hi and wrap up our training today. Was this helpful for you? Put into the chat, what did you learn? What did you hear that was beneficial? What is the coaching program outcome that you would be able to, that you can potentially consider creating, or maybe you already have one? And share that. What is the outcome, though? This is the main thing I want you to share with me, is what is the outcome of the work? What do people shift in their lives? Now, I will say that a lot of people will put an answer that you assume that your prospect knows the value of it. But the real key is like, why is that important? I want you to dig in multiple layers of why. So let's just say, you might say, well, my client is going to be empowered around their eating choices. Okay, why is that important? Well, because then they will not stress eat. Okay, why is that important? Well, because then they will be able to lose weight more easily. Okay, why is that important? Well, because then they won't feel constricted in their own body. They will feel free to be fully alive. And okay, why is that important? Well, because then they can be on purpose, and maybe they've been holding back from doing video or speaking because of their weight. Okay, why is that important? Because they can finally be free and share the message that they're here to share. I want you to ask those different layers, those different levels of why is it important? Why is it important? Why is it important? I see so many coaches or people who want to add coaching who will say, well, this is what they're going to get from the work with me. And it's not something that is super, super clear to your market of like, why is it important? Why is it important? It's important in your mind, but why would it be important to your prospect? And do those deeper layers of asking, why is it important? What we're getting to in that is the benefits. The benefits of your solution. People don't buy features as much. They buy benefits. They buy the outcome. They buy how you help them get what they want most. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Please give me some feedback. I'll go back and read the comments. And this is day 2 of multiple streams of income, day 2 of our 12 days of income, and showing you how money can grow on trees. So you can make money, you can give yourself a pay raise in 2018. Lots of love. I enjoyed being here with you guys today. Beijus. Mwah. See you tomorrow. Oh, actually, today's Friday, so I'll see you on Monday.